The upcoming Dodge Charger EV will reportedly have 885 horsepower at its disposal when it finally hits dealerships. An anonymous source with intimate project details shared this tasty output figure and a few other details with the drive. According to the source, the Charger EV will be available in 3 flavors. The base and mid-spec models will be equipped with a 400-volt architecture, which is the standard nowadays. The top-spec model will get an 800-volt system, which will become the standard over the next 2 years because of decreased charging times. But you're not here for that. You want to know how much power the 3 models will produce. According to the source, the base model will have a single electric motor on the rear axle. It will produce roughly 400 horsepower and will be rear-wheel drive. The mid-spec has an output of 670 horsepower, which points to a dual-motor setup. We're not sure which part of this car will offend muscle car fans the most. The fact that it's driven by electricity, or that it's all-wheel drive. Even the zany 1025 HP Dodge Challenger SRT Demon 170 sends all of its grunt to the rear wheels only. The top spec will almost certainly be AWD. While the 885 horsepower figure is impressive in isolation, we now live in a world where you can buy tri-motor sedans producing more than 1000 horsepower. Dodge might also take the tri-motor route with 2 motors on the rear axle, potentially unlocking a broad spectrum of driving modes. It's worth noting that these figures might not be locked in. An EV powertrain is much easier to fine-tune, so Dodge could potentially introduce the Charger with 400, 700, and 900 horsepower. Dodge could even add an Overboost function to the top-spec model. We've seen this before on the Porsche Taycan, where the powertrain produces 750 horsepower with 774 lb-ft of torque for short bursts. The standard power output that's always available is 616 horsepower and 626 lb-ft. Since muscle cars are essentially about straight-line speed, we're willing to bet that the EV Charger will be able to push its output to at least 1000 horses for a stupidly quick launch. If Dodge really wants to make a statement, it will launch the EV Charger with a 0 to 60 miles per hour time of less than 1.66 seconds, beating the IC-powered Demon 170. We also hope Dodge keeps the Fretsonic chambered exhaust because it's the best solution to silent EVs we've seen yet. It's not a fake noise system but rather a sort of pipe organ that amplifies the natural sound of an electric motor. It's no supercharged V8, but at least it's real. As you might have heard, the Charger EV is getting a combustion-powered sibling. Rumors started swirling in late August, and in mid-October, the production body of the next-generation Charger leaked where we could clearly see a body with a transmission tunnel and space for an engine. You can forget about a V8, however. That time has come and gone, and the 3.0-liter Hurricane inline-6 will power the new ICE Charger. We expect both the standard output, 420 HP/468 lb-ft, and high output, 510 HP/500 lb-ft, to be available. We also know Dodge is testing a Challenger drag pack equipped with the inline-6, producing 550 horsepower and 531 lb-ft of torque. These figures easily beat the 5.7-liter Hemi V8 and even the NA 6.4 V8, but it's still far off the 800 horses, red-eye jailbreak, produced by the Hellcat models.